As 2011 comes to an end, we'd like to share with you the stories that made headlines. KITV4 photographer Nathan Sirota compiled the top stories in Hawaii for our year in review.
The initial quake had a magnitude of 8.9. Fast-moving fires erupted, transit came to a halt, thousands were evacuated to higher ground, and then the tsunami came.
We're inside the Fukushima nuclear power plant. If they give way, there will be no way to cool the core.
The first wave crashing through and slamming into the beaches.
International relief efforts are beginning to mobilize.
Signing today of this measure says to all the world that they are welcome.
Hallelujah!
That was the sentiment at the long-awaited blessing and groundbreaking for the $5.5 billion rail transit project.
The CEO of the contractor's parent company said Ansaldo is in fine financial shape, despite $1 billion in losses in its own parent company. Striking HECO employees walked the picket line. The public will be upset that workers walked off the job when thousands of Oahu residents are out of power. The state has, for the first time ever in Hawaii, unilaterally imposed wage and benefit cuts on public school teachers.
9 days before Christmas, nearly 1,000 workers employed at the Hawaii Medical Center West and East hospitals are losing their jobs.
The bunker was one of 130 similar caves bored into the walls of Kipapa Gulch. Family of one of the workers learned today that he has died.
When the suspect, 28-year-old Toby Stengel, got out of his car, walked up to two vehicles stopped at the intersection, and pulled out a semi-automatic handgun.
This appears to be random. It was kind of tragic at this point.
The family of Colin Elderts is in disbelief. Their carefree son and brother killed.
At first, I thought that it was just that he got shot.
So many people have publicly voiced their outrage at what happened. He's got a very good lawyer, and he'll have his day in court.
To visit, it's just one president, and this time we brought 21.
He and the leaders from around the Asia-Pacific region are rebuilding the groundwork to grow and heal ailing world economies.
Traffic gridlock started at about 8:35 this morning.
They came from around the world to remember. 70 years ago today, Japanese planes staged a surprise attack.
Congress bestowed the Congressional Gold Medal to the 100th Infantry Battalion, the 442nd Regimental Combat Team.
The wreckage of the CH-53D still sits in Kaneohe Bay where it crashed.
As the Hawaiian Sun said, a chapter of history also came to a close. On board, the last troops to exit Iraq.
Glad that he's back finally.
But along with the tears and kisses is the somber reality of the sacrifices made by the brave men and women who didn't return from war.
And hopefully our nation and the nation of Iraq will all grow from this and hopefully not be back.